Okay, welcome everyone to tonight's Sleep of Faith on the Rise team call. And this is our official April kickoff call. And we're just going to kind of celebrate and talk about some good things and talk about April. Super logistical tonight, really. And just wanted to just kind of cover stuff. So first of all, welcome back everyone who was on break. And Rona, thank you for jumping on tonight. I know East Coast time this gets you sometimes. It's good to see your face. We love it. And I'm just so thankful that you're all here tonight because I have some fun stuff to share. I know many of you saw my post, and I had a very special call today, which I'm telling you guys, I was like sweating and like cotton ball and like pitting because I did not know what to expect. I got a message from his assistant, the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Steve Howard, on Friday. And it was like, hey, here's 3 times he would like to speak with you on Monday. And I was like, why? That like feeling, but I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. And so I sent him a message back, and we just picked to talk at 4 o'clock today. And honestly, it was he just picks random jewels to talk to about their business and about what Plexus is doing. And it's so cool to just have a conversation like one with an exec, and he's like listening and asking me questions and being super attentive to like what I'm saying. Like, it was so cool. He just kind of shared his story and how he was brought to Plexus. And I wrote down a couple things because one of the things that I love is how no matter what you do with Plexus, there's always a story, right? Like, we all have our testimonies, how we were brought to Plexus, whether we wanted to do the business or not. And that's exactly his story. He was 100% skeptical of network marketing. Okay. He was, accounting major and an accountant and had been with different firms, and him and Tarl are friends and had been for a while. And so he and Tarl would get together, and he would ask Tarl questions, and they'd go back and forth. And one time he just asked Tarl, like, so what do you really, like, what's your vision for this company? Like, what do you really want to accomplish with Plexus? And he said, I just want this to be a type of company that no matter where you go, if it's the grocery store or if it's a kids' activities, or you see someone from high school, or if someone asks what you do and you say Plexus, they go, oh my gosh, I've heard about that. What do you do for Plexus? And they light up. That was his response to the CFO. And the CFO was like, as simple as that was a huge like eye opener for me, is that it was all about the people. It had nothing to do with, I want to make X amount of dollars. I want to be this $1 billion company. I wanted to be debt free. It was all about the people. And the first thing he said, and that was his first buy-in, was like, okay, he's got a really big vision. And then he just kind of talked about how, there's such a vision with this company, and we only see this much of it. Like, we're just in it enough to see, okay, what's the next thing? We're going to get something in May, and then we'll probably hear something in corporate. But it's so much more. Max? No, I don't have him. It's so much more of a vision than what we could ever fathom. And he just said, it's just one of those things that you hopefully have the belief, like the rest of us do, that the rest of the exec does, that it will be so much more. One of the other cool things, when I joined, we always heard that this was a debt-free company. And in 2015, when they opened their big corporate office in Arizona, they financed it for numerous reasons. But he shared with me they actually paid it off last week, so we're now debt-free again. We own the entire building and warehouse and everything. And it's just amazing to see that, like, they sat down and had a talk like last month, and they were doing well. And Charles was like, let's pay it off. We don't need to hang on to this money. We're doing all right. We need to take care of the debt. We want to be debt free. And I just think it's so cool that they make that a priority. He said the one thing is that at corporate, and I kind of talked about this after I went to training, is that it's like a family. And he has a couple college kids, I believe, and they worked there in the warehouse over the summer. And they both said they're never going to find a better place to work than Plexus. They just had so much fun working there every summer. So those were kind of his like personal things. But the one thing that he talked about was he has coined the term an accidental ambassador. And that's what he referred to me as. And he says, can you think of, stories on your team? How many of the ambassadors on your team that are here are an accidental ambassador? And I'm like, probably 90%. How many of you, when you clicked join, were like, I am doing this business. I'm going to be an ambassador for Plexus Worldwide? Not too many, but it's the culture, it's the company, it's the compensation plan. It's just those little drizzles that keep you around. And it's just those wonderful things that like you see for yourself before you take that jump into being an ambassador. There's no, hey, we're going to loophole you in and get you in and have you do the business. No, it's all a choice. There's so many of us that are accidental ambassadors on here. And he, many of you actually are here. He gave me the compliment of, I'm just so proud of you that you stuck it out through InfoTrax and Genesis. He's like, there's nowhere but up from here. And I know many of you believe that. Like, you really should. We made it through InfoTrax, the first transition. For many of you that don't know, that back office transition was hideous. Awful. Genesis, little glitches that we're having, not even a little bit, a big deal to us. So, yes, it's frustrating, but these are just parts of growing pains. And he asked me, and I knew this was going to be a question because I asked another girl who I knew had a call with him. I'm like, what does he ask? I want to be prepared. And he says, he's like, you are speaking to an executive with Plexus. If there was one thing you could ask for, what would it be? And I had already made some notes. And so I got to share some things. And he said, oh my gosh, this is a brilliant idea. And it was partial Chris and I had discussed this, so I have to give him credit. But he's like, this is a brilliant idea. He's like, I'm going to talk to Tarl and Alec, and I'm going to get the execs together in the IT department. And I was like, oh my gosh, something that I shared could possibly be a thing. Now, who knows if he really does, but it's that feeling, that warming feeling that they care. Like, they truly care about what we do out here in the field and take what we say. And I just had to share that with all of you because I was glowing today afterwards and sweating. And so I was telling Chris everything about it. I was like, I just can't wait to tell all of you guys that I got to have that phone call. And it was really, really cool. So now to bring it back in a little bit more just on our team. I hope you guys saw what evolved out of Friday and Saturday. I don't know if you realize how quiet things were, just kind of there was good stuff going. We added some ambassadors throughout the month, but what happened between Friday and Saturday was my favorite. It's always the end of month when people realize, hey, I can still hit this goal. I still can do this. And they come out of the woodwork and make it happen. We had 5 super silvers this month. So we need to congratulate Sheila. Where are you? I know you're on here. Where'd you go? She must have jumped off. Shoot.
She was having sound problems. So I think she was trying to sign on, sign off, trying to get her speaker to work.
Okay. We'll see if she'll come back on because I want to talk about her too. Denise, congratulations, girl. Brienne, where are you? There she is. Sorry, you're a little, the fan is reflecting. I couldn't see you. Congratulations, Brienne. Jenny, up in the top, I see you. Congrats. And let's see, Tara. Tara Beeler hit super silver and just went right on to gold. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Tara. If you guys have not been on her team page today, or her personal page today, Tara went live. Something that has always made her freak out. She's gone live more than me. Okay. And I mean, that's a lot because I've only gone once, maybe twice. It's not my favorite thing. And it's, and I'm just so proud, not only that she went live, but the heart that she shared. Y'all, Tara's been here for 2 years almost. Yeah, 2 years, okay? It did not take Tara 2 years to go gold. It took her about not even 6 months, maybe 4 months. When Tara realized she wanted gold, Tara worked for it and hit gold. So I'm telling you, what has happened just for her in just the last 2 years is so much personal growth, so much confidence, so much balance in her priorities. I've seen her faith grow and her team support too, just her involvement for everybody. And I know that, people are like, yay, it's awesome. She's always on the leaders board. No, Tara's always on the leaders board. Like, I don't think you guys realize what it has meant for Tara to maintain almost 2,000 PV for almost 2 years. Customer care, constantly sharing, consistency, and her care and her concern and her just like focus on her business is why she's a gold. And I can promise you this is just like a quick stepping stone before the next promotion for Tara. But what I want you to see is the big picture. It wasn't about what month Tara was ranking. It was about the journey. And that's what I want you guys all to realize too. No matter where you are, if you're silver, pushing for gold, pushing for senior gold, it is about the journey and what you learn in those months before you hit that next promotion. And it's something I learned too in those months where you're not moving as fast as you want to. It still can come with that consistency, with that confidence, with that belief in yourself and this company. So Tara, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on an awesome month. Okay, next. Did you guys see Becky's post yesterday? Did anybody? Raise your hand. Tara did. Okay. Becky, I feel like you should share what you posted about yesterday because it's really awesome.
Well, I just shared about starting Plexus in my journey and how basically that, April 11th is last year, April 11th was the day that I agreed to do a 7-day trial with Tracy. And pretty much just haven't looked back since. And I am going to be able to step back from summer school this year, the first time in close to over 16 years. So I get to enjoy the summer with the kids and I don't have to go and do summer school. So very excited. That's
amazing. And honestly, I was texting with Becky, like kind of after she posted it and I hadn't been to Facebook. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I just read your post. Like, is this for real? Like, for real. And you guys, like, it's something that when she did that 7-day trial, again, never was she going, I'm going to try 7 days of pink drink and hope that I can stay home and not work next summer, right?
Yeah, no.
You never know. You never know. She's an accidental ambassador that's been a total blessing to this team because she tried the pink drink. And we're going to have a 7-day challenge this month. And I want you guys to think about that. Like, think about who you're sharing with and who you could be handing a 7-day trial to and what that could mean for them in 1 year. You never know with every single person you hand a sample to. So I have to share, this is stuff that okay, somebody posted or Becky posted, and Tara went live. Those are things that I see because I am aware of all of you. But from a sideline perspective, I want you guys to see, if you didn't see these two things, there are great things going on amongst our team and within our team. And I want you to be able to share that as stories and as testimonies and encouragement for other people. So awesome, Becky, congratulations. And Sheila got back on here. She was also our senior silver. And I don't know if she's still working on stuff, her video and things, but she signed our first Canadian ambassador this month. Yay, Sheila. And I think they signed another ambassador too. So she has a level 1 and a level 2 in Canada. So I'm so excited. It's something that I would love to branch into. I don't know a single soul. Well, I can't say I don't know a single soul. I know connections of people in Canada. Hopefully we'll get there with referrals eventually. But that's something that you guys don't be closed-minded about that. That market is huge and there's so much potential. If you know one person, you can get in and ask referrals and be able to share, okay? So congratulations, everybody. I posted on today a kind of all-in-one March celebration for PVs. For top PV, we had Tara with 2,500 PV. And then the top 10 was Carrie Wood, Nicole Considine, Faith Mills, Shannon, Michelle Cook, Marcia Hogan, Keely, Becky, and Brianne. We had quite a few over 500 too, and you guys, some new names on that 500 list. So if there's a new name on there and then they're in your downline, please go congratulate them. I really want to see a bigger jump in our 500 PVs this month because we used to have 40 people earning over 500 PV, which meant 25% commission. And we're down to about 15 to 20 people. And that's okay. But I know that people need those paychecks. And when you hit that mark of 500 and that 25% commission, it really makes a big difference in your paycheck. And then congratulations to those that added team members in March. Tara and Becky both tied with 3 in March. And we had Nicole Considine had 2, and no, not Becky, you had 3. And Jenny had 2. And so we had quite a few people also adding just 1 person, and that's great. Adding 1 person is still 1 person. And you guys, for those that, had a solid month in, say, January, and then nobody in February, and maybe nobody in March, like, understand that I'm not saying it's okay, because I know how frustrating it can be, but it really is. There are months that I can add 5. There are months that I add 1. There are months that I add 3. Okay, so it's all in your consistency in your reach outs. And with what we're doing in April with our incentives and specials, I have high hopes for what we're gonna do. So that being said, we're just gonna talk real quick about April, and then I will wrap it up. So we have a lot of fun things that are gonna happen in April. First off, the biggest thing that we're trying to close out is the convention contest. So I would love, I actually need to do this later. I need to get a tally of everyone who's going to convention and who's working on convention credits, because I would really like to create a thread for that. Would anybody be willing to do that for me and just like get all those people together? Anybody? Thanks, Shannon. I'm like, that's like one thing I'm going to forget now that I'm talking and I'm doing something else. Because that's huge. Convention credits are huge for bonuses, the next steps, earning winners dinners, and things that way. So that's where it closes out in April. Our Monday night team Zooms are going to look pretty much the same. Next Monday on the 9th is going to be a new ambassador Zoom only. And it's going to be an invite only. We're going to do something a little bit differently, and Allison and I are going to head that up together. Yes, you can be on it if you have an ambassador, a new ambassador that you're inviting to it that's coming. We would want you to be there so you're a familiar face for your person that's joining the Zoom. But it also, unless you have a new ambassador that's going to be on it, then you don't have to be on Monday night Zoom. And it's really, we really want to just continually have touch points for new ambassadors, but we want them to see how non-intimidating a Zoom is and how it's so easy to hop on and log on and so forth. So we're going to do that on the 9th. On Sunday the 8th, Allison posted on her team site, Set on Diamond. We'll get information on our team tomorrow about it on our team page. But she's doing a Made to Crave event, which I'm excited. It's a new format, and it's really focused around sugar cravings. And so we're going to learn a little bit from her this week in terms of like reach outs and posting, and really getting people interested in that event, which will just be like an online event for 30 minutes. So we'll add them to a group page for Sunday night. Okay. We are going to do power hours. I don't have them all together, but there will be 4 to 5 power hours every single week, for you. My, request is that if you have goals in April, that you will show up for 1 power hour weekly. And if it doesn't fit in your time, I want to hear that. And then I want to be able to either say, okay, hey, why don't you host one in your time frame? And then maybe someone will be on there. I understand not everybody's time is, fluid with what other people are doing, but it's so important that we touch point every single week on our reach outs and our follow-ups, because that's accountability. And although I'm only saying doing 1 power hour, you could be on all of them, and it could really help your business and your accountability. Okay. The week of the 16th, we're going to do a 7-day challenge. Like I said, it'll start on the 16th. Rise Retreat is on the 19th, which I should announce Shannon and Nicole both qualified and will be going to Rise Retreat. We're so excited. It's going to be awesome. And you guys, this is that moment where like, I know that there's only 3 of us going, but we could have our own next year. Like we truly could be in a completely different place in 1 year. And maybe it's not our own, but maybe we're going to have 10 people. Maybe we'll have 15 that are going to this retreat. Those are the things that I want you to see and envision. I want you to envision, hey, I want to qualify for Leaders Retreat in the fall, and we're not even talking about that yet. I want to qualify for Rise Retreat in the spring. I want to go on these trips. They are so full of encouragement, training, motivation. They will change you in a good way, and your faith. They will make your faith grow. They will help your faith grow. Let me put it that way. Because it's just the environment that you're in. It's so awesome. So just keep that in mind for future. We have our Kansas City local event on the 24th. We kind of had to move things around because of events this month. So I encourage you and your teams to have one local event and or team dinner every month, as well as your own team calls. Again, there are many teams on here that can be doing those kinds of things. I don't want, just because we started this team in January together in terms of team name and one team page, that we aren't doing those things that you guys can be specializing in and reaching into your own people. The 26th Thursday will be an online event. And again, I'll put all this out. I just didn't have it made before tonight's call, so I just wanted to run through it with you. We'll have an online event on the 26th. I do not have a health and happiness hour on the calendar for April for a couple reasons. One, next week's reach outs are going to be about the 7-day challenge, because we're going to, well, this weekend into next week, we need to have orders in probably by the 12th. So I want everybody reaching out and getting people in the 7-day trial. And I didn't want to throw something else out there in the week and say, okay, and invite to this. Like, our focus is getting people on these products and in a group to where they can learn more and hopefully become a customer by the end of the month. So 7-day trials is what we're going to be reaching out about over the next 2 weeks. And then we're going to have the challenge, and then we'll close it out with an online event on that Thursday, the 26th. Our goal is we're going to have people who go through the 7-day trial that want to learn more, and they'll get on that online event, learn about, more, or invite people to that online event. Maybe we'll have ambassadors out of that 7-day trial that'll invite to that. So there's a reason for how we're working out this map of April, okay? So I just want to make sure that you see that. I'm working with my messaging of jewels and diamonds and things, trying to figure out when I can get our guest speaker. So we'll have that on there, and I'll get that announced too. So that is about it. Do you guys have any questions, anything you want to add, any celebrations you want to make for your team or anything that way? All right. Oh, I forgot to talk about the incentives really fast. Obviously, many of you have seen, I have the one and only BOGO sale. I got to give the credit to my husband. He came up with this. He was like, what worked in January? What worked? Why did you have 75 people join your team in January? I'm like, it was free. People love free. People love sales. And although I wish I could spend $34.95 for 75 people, we thought doing a BOGO would probably be a little bit easier, and doing a buy one, get one free. So I would love to challenge you guys. I know it's not easy, but I fully believe we can all add 3 to 4 ambassadors this month. Reach out this first week. Get your first ambassador, because your second one's going to come faster when you can say, hey, it's $34.95 is free. It's offered to you. You get that second person signed up. Then you're going to work on that third. Once you get that third one in, then you can say, woo, okay, I got another free one. Hopefully you all can hit that 3 and 4 number a little bit easier this month, being able to offer that someone free. I will say, I am not going to do all this math and tell you what to do. You can figure out how to do this yourselves, but if you wanted to, you could take that $34.95 yourself and split it 17-17. You do what you want. I'm not doing that in my head or figuring all that out for you people. That'd be crazy math. What I am going to do is, you sign up one ambassador, I'll reimburse your second one $34.95, or just pay it to you and you figure out what you're going to do with it. Okay, that's how I'm going to have to track it. We're going to track it under that April BOGO sale post. That's where I need to see all your ambassadors posted. And I need to see your ambassadors posted so you have to post twice when you add an ambassador, under the BOGO and under the Instapot and the or air fryer that I'm going to give away. And we need 60 ambassadors for me to give that away. I forgot to mention, I am going to give away something every 10, and I already have them written down, and it all involves the kitchen, which I don't know why I just went with that this month. I thought that was fun. So I've got my favorite kitchen gadgets on there and a lot of fun things I'm going to give away every time we add 10 people. So I'm excited. Gifting is my love language. I want to gift to all of you. So let's build this team and grow so that we can give lots of fun things away. Just, of course, welcome pack. Yeah, welcome pack and subscription of 100 PV must be on. Yeah.
Tracy, can we, so the buy one, get one free, they have to be both level 1s on me, right? I can't say I'm going to sign you up and then you're level 1, so my level 2 would get the free.
Right. No, it's for you. Now your level 1 could sign someone up and then their second one would be free. So if you have someone trying to go silver, absolutely, they could sign one up, get their second one free. Yeah. If it's within this month, they absolutely qualify for this too. Does that make sense?
But it's just for my level 1s. I can't.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Any other questions?
Can I just add in? So just for you guys to like think about, and to, obviously we don't need to like post this publicly, but when you're talking to people, like my mom is on the leaders board from a hospital bed. Like she's has an extra income coming in, literally laying in a hospital bed. Like she hasn't left the hospital in 42 days and hopefully is leaving in less than 10. But just something to like add to people, you know, when they're talking about this, like to go along with Becky's doesn't have to teach summer school, like you can make money from laying in your hospital bed. And she hasn't done really any work other than just talking to her current ambassadors and her current customers. So just something to think about, that like that's kind of a big deal for a lot of people who are, you know, sitting at home and circumstances come up. Like she's still making a paycheck. So yeah, just something that she was excited today when she called me and saw that her name was on there. She's like, can you believe that? I'm like, that's why this is awesome.
Yes, it's amazing. And I thank you for sharing. I didn't feel like that was my place to say.
You're fine.
But no,
it's okay.
Honestly, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, look at her. Like we all have circumstances. We all have fears. We all have struggles. And I know our lives are like so entangled in so much stuff, but it can be done. Look at, you know, I'm just so proud of her because I love your posts when you talk about her spirit, because it's truly what drives us is your spirit within. And if you don't have that fire lit inside, just listen to stories like this and just know that someone else is praying for exactly that. Want to be able to do it from their bed or want to be able to stay home with their kids. That's why I love sharing these things on these team calls that, like you said, don't know that. So thank you. That's awesome. In 10 days.
Hopefully. And she's got positive matches from the Nationalist. My brother and sister just sent their kit in. So good things are coming.
Yes, good. That's so good.
All right. I have a question real quick, Tracy. Yeah. Sorry
no,
to go cut you off, Brian, if you weren't done, but you're used to it. So I was just talking with one of my girls who signed somebody today. So did you say they need to screenshot something to get the free enrollment code?
Okay, so here's the thing. I have to do reimbursement form. So what you'll need to do is screenshot when a new ambassador is added. Like, let's see. Well, I can't necessarily see it because it's not going to be on my new ad. But when you get their name on there and it says join date and their subscription, you can just screenshot it and it'll show a welcome pack and it'll show a subscription. So it's mainly just to say, okay, this is my new person's name. They have a welcome pack. They have a subscription. And then just add that like picture in the comments. So in both places, for the because again, that's where we're going to track to hopefully help her earn 3 to get her water bottle. And then also in the BOGO sale, because then I'll know, okay, her next one. And this is something that you guys, it will help me and all of you. So if you add one ambassador, go back to where you commented and hit reply and add your second one there, and then hit reply and add your third one. I know that's like kind of like silly, but it does, versus going, oh, okay, Shannon's got one up here, scroll. Okay, that's her second one. You know, like it just helps if you just reply to yourself, and then I can keep track of each one of you on there. Okay. All right. Any other questions? I'll get power hours out here hopefully in the next, probably tomorrow. So you guys know and can put those on your calendar. There'll be lots more posts coming. You guys, it's just the way the front of the month goes. It's front loaded. There's a lot of stuff. So just stay active on the team page, aware of what's going on. Things will slow down eventually. It won't be as overwhelming. But we just got to fill you in on everything that's going on. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Good to see you all. Bye.